morning, it's Tiffany. It's GF Mom Certified. I'm going to try to talk and drive a little bit like Celia Cashy Girl does in California. But so the highs and lows of publishing, right? So we're on to our 11th book. And you get all excited when you get the idea for what you want to talk about or what you want to write about. And what you have to seriously do is you have to get a journal. And you have to like write these things down, because later on the thoughts will like not be in your head at all, and it's crazy. But if you don't write them down, but that's kind of a high, right? You get this idea, you're like, oh my goodness, everybody's gonna love it, it's gonna be a bestseller, and we're just gonna, we're gonna just I don't know, change the world with this book, and it's amazing. And then you actually have to start writing the book, or developing the book in our case, or creating the recipes that you just had this grand idea for. And that's kind of a low at sometimes, because sometimes it doesn't work. Or you read it and you're like, oh my God, that's not what I meant. Let's throw this out. And then, so you get through all that content, and then you actually have a product. You have a book in your hand, something you're going to publish. You're going to go out and change the world with, right? You're going to impact people's lives. And you send it off to your editor. And then your editor calls you and they're like, I don't think this is what you meant to say. Are you sure? This is wrong. This is wrong. You need to do changes on 200 of the pages, and your book's only 202 pages left, right? And you're like, oh. So then you're into editing, and then you're changing stuff, and then it goes back to the editor, and then that day when the editor calls you and says, hey, I have all your edits done. You're good to go. You just need to make these small corrections, and it's amazing, and I think it's going to be great. That's another big high in the publishing world. You're like, yes, I just passed the editor test. This is awesome, right? And you're all excited again, and you're talking on social media about this new book that's coming out. It's going to impact everybody's lives, and it's going to be amazing. And then you've got to send it to your publisher. Your publisher gets it. They put it in, pre-media. They put it in all these little steps that goes through, and you wait and you wait and you wait, and then you get it proof back. And we did that, like last week. We got our proof back from our publisher, and everything was askewed, and everything was out of alignment on the pages, and it was totally off. And I'm like, oh. And that's another low in publishing. You're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what happened, but it's the layout's screwed up. It's not how it's supposed to look. It's not what I envisioned. We got a problem. So you're on the phone with the publisher. You're trying to figure stuff out. If you've got graphic people involved, you're back talking to them, trying to get them to make the corrections needed, change the scale, do all this stuff to make it look like you envisioned it's going to look, so you can go out and change the world and impact people's lives and have this best-selling book. Then you have to send your interior, and in my case also our front cover, back to the publisher, and you wait and you wait, and it says new files uploaded, or it says new files submitted, or it says title in provisioning, title in revisioning, pre-media, and you have all these steps and all this grand stuff. Well, then you have another big high, right? You get an email back from the publisher that says your new proof is available for you to view online, because that's how they do it now. And they suggest you order a copy, right, of your proof, so you can actually see the physical book. And last night we got our proof back, and this is a big high today, because the layout was correct. Everything looked wonderful. Everything looked amazing. And so we ordered our proof. And now we wait 7 days for them to print and mail me a proof. But we are one step closer to changing the world and making everything come out, and impacting people's lives. So those are kind of the highs and the lows. I know everybody has their own experience with publishing, but it's all very similar, especially when you work with an editor and a publisher and a graphics company, and you've got all these people helping you get your ideas, on paper and out there to the world. So anyway, that's my story of the morning, and I had to share it with somebody, and I'm in the car driving. So have a wonderful day. If you don't follow us already, you can follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. I love chatting with people, and send me a Twitter message if I can follow you back, and then we can kind of chat inside Periscope even. So gfmomcertified.com, and my name's Tiffany, by the way, if you didn't know that. I'm GF Mom, a lot of people say, but my real name's Tiffany. So have a fabulous Thursday. Make it wonderful. I'm sorry you stared up my nose, but like I said, I'm driving. So thank you everybody for joining.